It's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 10 yards still left on second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now, before this next series gets going here offensively, what about that Saints-Vikings game?
There's so many different ways.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 29 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, Devontae Freeman scored the first points of Super Bowl 51, and he's got the first points here as he's in for 6.
And I don't want to be snarky here. It's going to come off that way a little bit, but that didn't work out so well for them in Super Bowl 51 against New England when he scored the first touchdown in that game. But I like what they've started with here. Now, here's the thing about Freeman. I love his game. Can run it inside, can get to the perimeter, can catch the football, pass protects, has an incredible passion for the game.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down here and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
In motion left is Watkins. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Buying time to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. Touchdown, L.A. Sammy Watkins, 69 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now, last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Gurley again here on first down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
In motion left is Watkins. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. 8 yards there and a first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Defense showing blitz. They'll try the air now with Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They are going for it. Goff steps away to his left. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Gabriel, the man in motion. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd man to go with that run.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. And he'll be out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when you're other.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep over them. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4... you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times, and you can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up. 17. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Now he's flushed out left. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series? Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second and 10. Goff again. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it. And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half. See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Second down following the run. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally. On third down, it's Coleman. And now look at him go. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 70 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on third down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the only thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back. And I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Goff on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Watch time. Tight end right. 2 for 1.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things up.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. In motion right is Jones. Freeman again. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They toss to Freeman. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Now Goff on first down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, Goff dancing to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Goff now on second down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Jones will come now in motion right. Now the pitch to Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 2nd down, Freeman. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. On first down, it's Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. To throw on second down is Goff. Space to maneuver at the 40. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now a first down throw. Goff throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Woods. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Throwing again is Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
This is Freeman. And some room to work. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Get out!
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. going to give it to Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 24 yards out, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. They'll try and run with Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got in on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Brooks Reed in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Here's Goff. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brooks Reed in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the D-line's going to spread out. On the toss, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. In motion right is Jones. Now a toss right, Freeman. Space to run past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Gabriel, the man in motion. 2nd and goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. In motion goes the tight end. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And now running right through it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're running with Gurley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's got some space here. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel